Good evening, everyone. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. So, we are here from all parts of the world. So, definitely, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. So, today we are here. I, on behalf of Griffin Publication, welcome you all to launch a very amazing book. The name itself is very attractive. Bite the Diamond with Care by Dr. Sudha Gurunasab. If I'm pronouncing it right, Guru Namasavyam. So I request all our guests to keep your microphone on mute. Yes. So, Bite the Diamond with Care by Dr. Sudha. Let me briefly, tell you about Dr. Sudha. She was born and raised in Madurai, Tamil Nadu, South India. Dr. Sudha isn't just a healthcare professional, she is a weaver of well being. With over 30 years of experience in homeopathy, she crafts personalized health plans beyond medication. Dr. Sudha's expertise extends to nutrition and dietary, ensuring dietary choices fuel your body and soul. Her approach is holistic. She is also a trained family counselor. Sudha's passion overflows beyond individual patients. She has championed elder care for many years through the award winning Lakshmi Home for Elders, a testament to her dedication. Her knowledge extends beyond the home's wall as she actively shares her wisdom through various media channels. Most welcome, Dr. Sudha. Ma'am, a wonderful book, and the title itself is very engaging. Bite the Diamond with Care. Before we introduce all of you, are like about the guest and let you all know about the guest, I would request Dr. Sudha to speak a bit, about this book. What is the book about actually? Rather than I narrating the book or describing the summary of the book, our visitors or our viewers would love to hear from you. What is the book about actually? Bite the Diamond with Care.
Thank you, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. I'm very grateful to the eminent scholars present here and to Griffin Publications. So, in the launching of this book, By the Diamond with Care, I should again thank for in between their busy schedule, they are the part of this meeting and made the special occasion a very fine one. Thank you. So the journey of this book is about the fascinating world of salt. So though what I want to say is the salt is just a simple element, but it's a powerful one in case of the history which has shaped our history in ancient times, and also its benefits in health and also our human destiny. So most of us think the salt is just our kitchen ingredient or a seasoning in food, but more than that, it plays a vital role in health, as well as the dosage, the amount of consumption should be taken with care. That is the title of the book I have given. So it's like a diamond is a precious one of the stone in the world. Salt is also a precious like a diamond, which should be taken with care, because when you go above the dosage, consumption dosage, all the ill effects in health also comes. So in this book, I have given about how in ancient time, how salt was discovered and how it has shaped, and how the business trading was done with salt, because salt was considered as money. In exchange of items also, they were given, the salt were given. And also in this book, I have given the rituals where salt was followed in many rituals throughout the world. So in the book, I have mentioned about the preservation, how the salt was used before, which we follow now. Like the preservation, like animal meat or vegetables, people in the ancient times, when they get the food in a higher quantity, they want to save it for future. When they don't get food, they want to store it. So they used this salt. This is also followed now, like pickles or dried, sun-dried vegetables or meat also. And so even now I have also the innovations nowadays with the salt. So like scientists are making in filters, like water filters with salt, where lead and mercury is filtered. And also like solar power system also salt is used in salt batteries. And in Mars also they have found that percolate salt, which lowers the freezing point. So which helps in microbial activity. So salt in various form in various times, it has played a very important role. And now as a reader, I want to bring the insight to the readers. That is what they use day to day life. The salt is used day to day life, but what is the vital role? And some are unaware of the salt because they.
All right, there is some disruption. She
Okay.
got disconnected.
So, okay. So, yeah, because it's a day-to-day life what the kitchen ingredients is used.
Kindly bear with us. Ma'am has joined from Saudi Arabia. So distance, communication, everything, kindly bear with us. Should be joining us. She's there with us.
Hello, can I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So salt, people in homeopathy also, when patients comes, when they take too much of salt, and people with disease condition also, they are not aware. Actually, what they think is daily the salt which they are taking is usual only. That is the salt intake. The salt intake, usually they cannot put more amount of salt in the food they take, but they are unaware in what are the ways the salt is increased in their diet. So to make them aware, like even I am in the book also, I have put a section separately for like fast foods, the sodium content in the fast foods, fried foods, normal foods, what we take daily. Sorry, excuse me, daily. So, and also in the last session, the last pages of the book also, I've given about the homeopathy, successful homeopathy cases, as well as the diet plans.
Right. So wonderful, ma'am. We will talk more about this book. We have with us today Vivek Panwar. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct, Mosmi.
All right. So Vivek is a fitness enthusiast and advocate of healthy living. He promotes wellness and self-care and has inspired many to adopt a fitness-centric lifestyle. As a passionate mentor, Vivek embodies the spirit of India, believing in the power of country's youth to shape its future. Vivek is into fitness, adventure, and trekking and has shared his journey as a TEDx speaker too. Most welcome, sir. Thank you so much for taking out time for us. So, what do you say about this book today, and how would you motivate our author today, Dr. Sudha?
It's a pleasure to be here, Mosmi. I hope I'm loud and clear.
Yes, sir.
All right. You please just call me Vivek. Don't call me sir. You can just call me Vivek. That will be great. Okay. Firstly, let me start. Let me begin with expressing my gratitude to Mosmi for inviting me here and to be part of this panel. And congratulations to Dr. Sudha for an amazing book what she has published. The book not only like I've gone through the book, I've not gone through completely, but I've gone through a couple of chapters, and I must say, the book sheds light to the familiar yet underappreciated things of our life. We take salt to be it's such an unassuming item in our daily life that we take it for granted. But the importance of salt in our dietary habits and the way Dr. Sudha has beautifully crafted it around in a storytelling matter, uh, which brings out the historical context of salt is it's really intriguing. Not only that, especially like how salt was used as currency in the Roman Empire, and the myths what has been busted in the book about the salt is again very thought provoking. And now I it really makes me wonder, there are so many other substances in our daily life which we take for granted, and we must reveal the importance in times to come.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words, and we will further discuss the books. Uh, Guru Srinivas, you are here today. You are the author of two amazing books, and yes, best-selling books. His first book, 10x Wheel of Life, is still selling like hotcakes. All right, and it's still a bestseller. So, what do you feel about this book, Guru? And I'm happy to say that Dr. Sudha is his mother.
Yeah, hi, everyone. First of all, thanks for everyone to join this meeting and be part of this meeting. So, this book, I feel like this is a new kind of venture from my mother's side. She is like Dr. Sudha, and I feel like this book, especially in my health journey, also like I too have little health conscious diets. The way I add a salt to the food has changed after reading this book, and most probably that is the one of the major ingredients of day-to-day food habits, which we if in case if we put in our control, things might change a lot in our health. So that said, and I'm really happy today that Mosmi also has taken a lot of efforts and precious time of our panelists also all together in this meeting. I'm really happy to see this book being launched today, and that's really I'm happy today. Thanks for this happening.
Ma'am, a question like Bite the Diamond with Care. What is like this title of the book is very, very fascinating. Why did you keep the title of the book as Bite the Diamond with Care?
Um, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, because diamond is one of the precious stone which in our earth we used to say. So I thought, we can put that diamond in for the salt, because the salt is also very precious regarding our health benefits, and also around us also regarding salt. So I wanted to put that name of the diamond into there, but with the care, because it's like a double-edged weapon. So it has to be handled very carefully. And I like to say in between this is because one of the thing which made me to write this book is Hasta tribes. They are tribal. They are from tribal communities. They are the last tribal hunters in the world. They are from the East Africa. So those people, they don't do farming. They don't do farming or do domestication of animals. They only rely on hunting animals and like fruits and nuts and tubers, honey. So the tribes of their women communities, they collect this honey, nuts, and tubers, where these men go for hunting. So what is this? They don't have any tradition of adding salt to this food. They are more than 40,000 years in East Africa, Tanzania. So when at a surprise, when the scientists and nutritionists went and visited them, after lab investigation, they came to know they have seen any case of obesity, diabetes, or blood pressure or heart disease. Their longevity of life was very good. So that also made me to think over it. And I wanted to, because of that, I want to make this salt as a precious one, but with care. They should take with care. Maybe that is the reason I put the title as this.
And there is like we generally hear, like you have also mentioned in your book, salt is unhealthy. How far this is true? How do you how do you say about this very concept like we have in our mind? Salt is unhealthy.
Sorry, ma'am, it's echoing. Sorry, ma'am, it's echoing for me.
Okay. So there is a there is a mention in your book like salt is unhealthy. So how do you describe this? Salt is unhealthy. Is salt really unhealthy?
No, salt is unhealthy. Unhealthy mean if it's going to go above the normal consumption of daily dosages, daily amount of salt we add.
Vivek is here. uh, you are into fitness, you are into, like, we see you regularly, or inspiring everyone on health, wellness, and all. What do you speak about? How do you
Yeah.
react to
So
this when people say salt is unhealthy?
okay. So as rightly brought out by Dr. Sudha, so there's a dietary recommendation of all kind of food products or salts or minerals what we take. So generally for a average adult, a dietary recommendation of salt per day would be around 2 milligrams or 2.3 milligrams a day. Now, what is actually happening is the amount of shift we have had in our diet, wherein we are taking a lot of processed food. Now, processed food contains a lot of sodium, which leads to increase in the salt intake what we are having daily. Now that becomes unhealthy, right? So that is what we need to control. We need to start reading our labels when we are buying processed food, especially. So we need to see how much sodium that food packet contains. So till the time it is taken within the dietary dosage, I think it's healthy. Once we go beyond that, and it's not one fit solution for everyone. It's not one fit solution for everyone. Like, it also depends upon how your body reacts to salt intake, your age, your genetics. So it really, all of these factors matters. Uh, so the dietary, we should not cross the dietary recommendation, and we should start reading the labels, how much sodium our processed foods contain. Yeah.
Dr. Sudha, what about this pink salt? Pink salt is healthier than table salt, the normal salt.
Not really. So what happens is, like pink salt or Himalayan salt, they all have traces of minerals, but these traces are negligible. So yes, you can say they may be slightly better than the table salt, but there's not much of a difference. Yeah.
This is true, Dr. Sudha. You have mentioned pink salt is healthier than table salt. So how do you explain this?
Yeah, because of the traces of minerals, because different salts are discovered and procured from different areas, and these different salts have different types of minerals from that procured area. Maybe by that slight variation in minerals will be there. So it is a little slightly better than the other salt due to the minerals present in the pink salt than the normal salt. Good than the original Himalayan areas. Other than that, when it is refined form, is not very much as, because again we can say it is a processed form only. So that salts are not very good.
Right. And is sea salt less salty than table salt?
Pardon, madam?
Is sea salt less salty than table salt?
No. That is also myth about that. But salt is salt only. Sodium content will be there, except when they are going to substitute like nano salts or like sodium chloride. When they mix with it to decrease the sodium content, then it's okay. The sodium will be lower. But otherwise, the myth is what is the sea salt, when it is crystal salts are procured. They are this because of the size. When you put in a spoons, 5 milligram spoons, salt amount of salt in that spoon will be lesser than the refined salt, powdered salt. So, but otherwise, the sodium content will be same, and the minerals will be of course, will be there in a different composition.
Right. Vivek, when you generally suggest to follow a healthy diet, or regular exercise, or wellness and all, and keeping ourselves fit, uh, we have this myth called you don't need salt if you eat a healthy diet. How far is this true?
So, okay. So when somebody says you don't need salt, uh, it's not a correct statement to make. Like, it's a generic statement, because, when we are eating, like, again, as I said earlier, when we are eating processed food and all, because our dependency on fast food has, increased so much, and easy to cook meals. So all of those things contain sodium. So that is why, people generally make this, they say that, in a balanced diet, you don't need salt. But if you are just cooking home, if you're just eating home cooked meals, so yes, like like our grandparents or mother or our parents used to put little bit of seasoning of salt and all, so that's perfectly fine. So we can still consume that, and moderation is the key. One needs to maintain a healthy balance between how much salt you are taking in, and of course, as you age, the salt intake should gradually reduce. So
I loved about this book, ma'am, Sudha, ma'am. Uh, you have also mentioned certain superstitious beliefs. Spilling salt brings bad luck. So, how is this taken by the normal people, by Indians? Like, is it actually related to our cultural roots? Spilling salt brings bad luck. Dr. Sudha.
Excuse me, you're asking me the question?
Yes, yes. Like, I love the book is that you have also mentioned such specific things like, people do have these cultural roots, like spilling salt brings bad luck. So, what do you say about these beliefs?
No, that is belief, because I told you already the salt in ancient time was thought as a currency, a money, like a gold. So it was like a gold for them or money for exchange of food items. So in that during that time it was like a myth. When spilling money, it brings bad luck. So they have correlated in that way, but this is followed nowadays also. They don't give salt to somebody, or if the salt is spilled in the house, even in some people, some olden people, grandfather, grandmother, or even some ladies are following that. They say, well, if you spill salt, it brings bad luck.
Yeah, and I love
Because
this
which was considered as
myth number 12. And this myth number 12, I don't add any salt to my food. So I know I don't eat too much. What do you say about this, Vivek? Don't you find like a sense of humor in it? Yes, I don't add any salt to my food, and so I can, eat less.
that is something like ignorance is bliss. So anybody saying that is probably ignorant. Salt again. Salt plays a very important, especially when it comes to fitness. Salt plays a very important part in the fitness journey, especially if you talk to athletes or you talk to people who are heavily into fitness. One of the most important function of salt in a body is to the water fluid, regulate fluids in our body. So when you sweat a lot, you need to again, you would have seen like people taking electrolyte, or like in earlier days when it was difficult to have electrolyte, people used to mix salt in water and have it. That is because salt helps to retain water in the body. So when you lose excess of sweat, so for athletes, for people who are heavily into fitness, or ultra endurance runners. So for salt is important, but again, it has to be in right amount. It has to you need to have a balance, and that balance you have to figure it out yourself. Like how much activity you are having, how much movement do you do every day, what kind of physical activities you are involved in. So your dietary requirement of salt will majorly depend on that.
And Dr. Sudha, there's a question like, what are the causes of hypertension? Like, do you think salt also is a cause for hypertension?
Because it's echoing, it's a little difficulty for me to.
Here, like, just a minute. Why is this? There is a mention like, what are the causes of hypertension? Do you think like salt also is a reason or a cause behind hypertension?
Not particularly not salt, but after, if the hypertension is diagnosed, it is sure of sodium should be reduced in any form. But we cannot say that completely, when because of too much of salt intake alone, hypertension is coming. But that may be one of the reason, but there are many reasons underlying, for like genetic reasons are there, many heart conditions are there, there are many conditions for hypertension to appear in a body, disease condition. But when you say after they have hypertension, sure off their sodium should be cut down, not completely. At least it should be cut down to the level they can take.
And like you are into physical activities and all. So do you think lack of physical activity is also a reason behind hypertension?
Mosmi, is this question for me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, can you repeat? Like there was a
like you are into physical activities and all, and
Yeah.
do you think like a sedentary lifestyle or lack of physical activity can lead to hypertension?
Oh, of course, especially as we age. Yes, definitely. I think I always recommend at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise to everyone. And it is very important because now what happens is like, since we are talking about salt, let me give an example related to that. Now, as I said, sodium plays a very important role in the retention of water in our body. So, as if we don't do any kind of physical activity and we are consuming salt through different forms, be it like, in our daily meals or be it processed food, now the water in our body will increase, which will increase the volume of blood, right? And the heart now needs to pump more blood. So the BP, blood pressure will increase. So now the only way to regulate that, one of the ways to regulate that is regular physical activity, wherein you are also sweating, you are also moving, and you're getting your fluid balances to an equilibrium where your BP remains within control. Yeah.
What a wonderful discussion, but now it's time to launch the book. So are you all ready?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Just a minute. Today my connection is not there. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Heartfelt
Yes, ma'am.
congratulations,
Yeah.
Dr. Sudha. Bite the Diamond with Care. It's a wonderful book, so much to know about salt and our health. Can we clap for Dr. Sudha and this book, please, all of you? Heartiest congratulations.
Thank you, madam.
Congratulations, Dr.
Thank you
Sudha.
all.
And I'm definitely getting a copy of this book.
I'll send you. I'll
Thank
send you a
you.
copy. So, Amit, we have a guest, Amit. You have today heard
Yes,
lots
ma'am.
of things about salt and all. What are your views?
Ma'am, surely I've got the first chance to attend some event like this, and I'm glad to have been invited by you for that event. And I wasn't ready on such a short call, so I'm very glad and thank you for that opportunity, ma'am.
This book is available on Amazon. You may order it, and you may also suggest your friends.
Okay, surely, ma'am. Yes.
So, see, whatever it might be, I can't do without salt because salt enhances the taste, the flavor of food. Definitely in control. Right. Dr. Sudha, what about your next project?
Yeah, I am preparing for it. It is about microbiomes, gut microbiome.
All the best. All the best
Thank
for
you.
your next
All the best, ma'am.
project. And ma'am, why Saudi Arabia? Why not India? How long are you been there, working there?
No, my husband is working here. He is a consultant here. So I have come for a short stay only. I will be back to India soon.
Okay,
Mm.
great. So,
Yeah.
Dr. Vivek, before we put an end to this session today, like what final words would you love to say to Dr. Sudha and also Griffin Publication?
Yeah, because my son has already published 2 books with you, and he was very happy about it, and even I was happy about it. Already, the second book launching, I was with him only. So you're wonderful. Your way of publishing and way of correcting everything is very fantastic. I should thank you very much, because my son book also was very successful after your publications, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. Yes, Dr. Vivek, what about you? Your words.
Okay, so again, I think I need to now start writing something and get your services, and take your services for that. But I think I'll take some more time. But it was amazing to be part of this panel, and again, congratulations once more to Dr. Sudha. It's a very intriguing book, and especially the medical aspects. Generally, we have a lot of information out there, but the historical context, what you have given to this such a common item, is truly insightful, and I'll definitely dwell more and read more about it. Thank you so much.
We have got messages from the other guests, but we are winding up. So we will hold another session with Barbara ma'am and Melissa ma'am. Definitely, we will hold. I have given a word that we will again conduct a book reading session where we will invite Barbara ma'am and Melissa ma'am, because today we are winding up. Guru Srinivas, what would you say for your mother today? It's a wonderful book after your 2 best-selling books.
Yeah, it's all like part of the work is done by authors, and part of the work is like actually done by the publications. And in that, I'll have to thank Mosmi and Griffin Publications. They are honestly to say they are very trustworthy, and most importantly, they are consistent. Even at whatever time you call them, you just ping them. The response from them is really amazing, and that's a part of our success also. Like as a public authors, like that's how like a publication should be. And I'm really thankful for being in connect with this publication, and I'm really glad that my mother also has published a book, and I wish her also a successful journey as a author, and like for her upcoming books also. Like I'll congratulate, and thanks for the opportunity today.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
This is Bite the Diamond with Care by Dr. Sudha. So this book is available on Amazon. You can order it. It's available as ebook also, Kindle and paperback, and it is available all over the world. Heartiest congratulations and thanks a lot to our eminent guest, Vivek. Thank you so much for taking your time, and apologies to Barbara ma'am and Melissa ma'am. I will not be able to continue this, and we'll hold another session for this book, specifically book reading and some other books. And heartiest congratulations, Sudha ma'am. Thank you, Guru, and thank you, Amit. Thank you so much. And
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you so much for trusting Griffin Publication. We are here for you. Keep writing and keep reading. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.